Namaskar children, this is your Pratishtha Gupta ma'am from ITL Public School. Children, we have been studying acids, bases, salts since the past few days. We have studied about physical properties of acids, bases, salts. We have studied about indicators, and in the last class we studied about the chemical properties of acids, bases, in which we studied the reaction of acids with metals, reactions of bases with metals, and reaction of acids with metal carbonates and bicarbonates. Today we are going to discuss the fourth very important type of reaction, the reaction of acids and bases. What happens when acid and bases react with each other? It is a famous reaction by the name neutralization reaction. We have studied in class 7th also. Neutralization means cancelling the effect. So in this reaction, acid cancels the effect of base and base cancels the effect of acids to produce salt and water. Salt and water. Now, this is a classic example. Hydrochloric acid, when reacts with sodium hydroxide, forms sodium chloride, the common salt, and water. Now over here, when in aqueous solution, what happens when an acid is dissolved in water? We have studied that it releases H plus ion, or more specifically H3O plus ion, because H plus ion doesn't stay alone. What happens? It combines with water and forms this hydronium ion. So what happens? HCl will release H plus ion, and of course Cl minus also. NaOH is going to release Na plus and OH minus ions. H plus and OH minus together they form water, and this cation and ion which are left, they will form the salt. So this is the famous neutralization reaction. Similarly, we can see neutralization in other types of acids also. For example, H2SO4, if reacts with KOH, another base, very famous, it will form K2SO4, the salt, and water. Let us just try to understand this with the help of a diagram. Now in this test tube, suppose we have taken sodium hydroxide. It is colorless. What I have done, I have added a little phenolphthalein indicator. You know children, phenolphthalein is, yes, it is colorless, but in basic solution what happens? It forms a pinkish color. So there is this pink color in the test tube. Now what I do, I add with the help of a beaker, this dropper. What I am going to do, I am going to add dilute HCl acid. How? Drop wise. Drop wise, when I add, what is going to happen? Slowly, as the neutralization reaction is taking place, we know that in acidic solution, the phenolphthalein indicator is colorless, as well as in neutral solution also, it is colorless. So what is going to happen? Slowly, this color is going to be vanished. It is going to get vanished, and the solution will be clear again. If you keep on adding dilute HCl, what is going to happen? Again, it will form, yes, neutral solution. So the color is again colorless. But think of a situation, once it becomes neutral, you start adding some more NaOH. Now what I do, I add this time I add a little NaOH. And this was neutral. So what is going to happen? Yes, you are right. Again, pink color will be resumed. Why? Because now the solution has become basic once again. So children, this is a classic example of acid-base neutralization. In this chapter, apart from the neutralization of acid and base, we have to study two more types of neutralization. The next one is the fifth type of reaction. The reaction of metal oxides with acids. Reaction of metal oxides. Now children, metal oxides are what type of oxides? Can you guess? Now I can give you a hint. This reaction is related to the previous reaction. Yes, you are right. This can also be regarded as a neutralization reaction. So, in a neutralization, what cancels the acid? Correct. This is a basic oxide. Most of the metal oxides are basic in nature, or they can be amphoteric also. Amphoteric are the ones which react with both acids and bases to form salt and water. About them we are going to study in chapter 3 in detail. Now, reaction of metal oxides with acid. If I say there is a metal oxide, copper oxide. Now what do? I react it with dilute acid. What will happen? Can you complete the reaction? I'll put it like this. What will happen? This is what is happening over here? This is coming here, this is going here. Yes, this is also a double displacement reaction, and salt and water will be formed. So, in this type of reaction between metal oxide with acids, neutralization occurs and salt and water is produced. So, we can say metal oxide with acid will form salt and water. Isn't it? Let us take one more example. Let us take this time magnesium oxide. Okay, we'll change the acid to dilute H2SO4, sulfuric acid. Again, what is going to happen? Exchange of ion, magnesium will come here, hydrogen will come here. MgSO4 in the dissolved state along with water. Liquid water will be produced. So, this is also a type of neutralization reaction, just like the reaction between acids and bases. The way they form salt and water, the metal oxides also form salt and water when they react with acids. Now last, the reaction, again it is quite similar with this reaction. One more type of neutralization we are going to see. Can you guess what it would be? Yes, it will be the reaction of, we are going to inverse it. The reaction of non-metal oxide. Non-metal oxides are usually, can you guess? Correct. They are acidic in nature. Some non-metal oxides like carbon monoxide or water. What is water? Can you guess? What is it? It is an oxide of hydrogen. And hydrogen, you know, is a non-metal. This is neutral. Similarly, carbon monoxide, this is an oxide of carbon. This is also neutral. But apart from them, when we talk about other non-metallic oxide like carbon dioxide, like sulfur dioxide, like nitrogen dioxide, like phosphorus pentoxide, all these will be acidic in nature. And when non-metal oxides will react with base, they will form salt and water. Let us take a couple of examples. This is a classic example we have studied in the previous class also. Carbon dioxide. I am taking lime water. Yes, this is slaked lime, also known as lime water. Can you guess another name? Yes, it is calcium hydroxide. I told you children, because it is partially soluble, it is not completely soluble, it is a base. We will not say that it is alkali. So, this is a non-metal oxide with a base. What happened? You remember well. Calcium carbonate salt and water will be formed. So, we can conclude over here, the non-metal oxides with bases form salt and water. Let us take one more example. Let us take sulfur dioxide gas. Let's react with sodium hydroxide. What is going to happen? This is an alkali this time. Can you complete? Yes. It is going to form sodium sulfate salt and water. You can balance it. And this is again a kind of neutralization reaction. So children, we will just sum up today's class. We studied the first reaction as the reaction of acid and base. The acid and base form salt and water, which is known as neutralization reaction. The second reaction we studied the reaction of metal oxides with acids. Again they formed salt and water. Example, we studied the example of copper oxide with sulfuric acid. We studied the example of magnesium oxide with sulfuric acid or hydrochloric acid. In both cases salt and water was formed. The third reaction that we studied is reaction of non-metal oxides with bases, again which is another type of neutralization reaction. Okay children, so I will request you to practice these reactions, these equations, and go through the content given in the NCERT book, and in the next time also we will continue with the chemical properties.